My name is Bear McCreary. I'm the composer for Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Really nice to meet you. Could you tell us a little bit about when you found out you got the job for working on this production?
So I was doing a He-Man cartoon with Kevin Smith called Masters of the Universe Revelation, and I was so stoked because I got to do a fantasy series. And I thought, when am I ever going to get to do that again? And on the last day of working with him, he was over at my house and we shot a little video talking about it, and I had my phone off. And walked him out to his car and I was like, thanks, man. And I thought, well, that's a wrap on my television fantasy career. What a blast. And then I turned my phone on and had a voicemail from Lindsay Weber telling me I was on The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. So it changed my life. I mean, what can I say? I've been a fan my entire life, but I never thought I'd actually get to write music for The Lord of the Rings. Incredible.
Thank you so much. Where did you draw your inspiration from for obviously starting from this?
I feel like, obviously, Howard Shore's score for the films was a starting point. But also, they've kind of influenced me my entire life. They've influenced everything I've ever written. So I knew that that color was going to be there. It was just going to come out of my brain. I think actually even more on the forefront of my mind was the melodic writing of like John Williams, Jerry Goldsmith, Basil Polidorus, James Horner, Ennio Morricone, big melodic writers. Essentially, the writers that were a generation before Howard Shore, I bet if he were here, he would go, yeah, those were the guys that, influenced me. And I wanted to write in that tradition of big melodic Hollywood writing.
Fantastic. God of War, Black Sails, Outlander, Sea, Eli, Cloverfield, Battlestar Galactica, and my favorite, Walking Dead. So yeah, no, listen, when you did that, I was like, oh my gosh. You kind of have like a unique. Do you feel like you have a uniqueness in your work, or you don't?
An interesting question. I don't think I have a uniqueness that is universal. I don't know what my own music sounds like because I'm in my brain, but I always try to write something that surprises me. And I do think that when I look back on the work that I've done, that there's a consistency in inconsistency. I'm always just trying to do something different, and I felt like that was useful for Lord of the Rings because I had to write so many themes for so many characters. I used every trick that I had. Man, it was exhausting. But I feel like my career leading up to that point was like the practice run.
Thank you. Just last question. Can we expect anything else coming from you anytime soon?
Yeah, no, there's some cool stuff in the works, man. I can't really talk about it all, but I would say, to be hyped for one thing, God of War Ragnarok drops in November, and it's supreme. Like, I am really excited about it.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, honestly.
man.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care.
Thanks.
Hi, how are you?